Welcome to the AI Hero Podcast, your August 6th, 2026 episode covering the top stories in artificial intelligence this week. I am your host, and today we are breaking down three stories shaping the technical edge of AI. OpenAI cutting prices aggressively across its GPT 5.6 model family. Microsoft rolling out a dedicated cybersecurity model that beats bigger frontier competitors, and Google's open-weight Gemma family crossing a massive download milestone. Let us start with story number one, OpenAI's price war. This week, OpenAI cut prices across its entire GPT 5.6 lineup. The budget tier model, Luna, dropped a stunning 80% down to 20 cents per million input tokens and $1.20 per million output tokens. The mid-tier model, Terra, fell 20%. The flagship model, Sol, kept its $5 and $30 pricing, but gained a new fast mode that runs up to 2.5 times quicker for double the cost. Here is the interesting part. OpenAI says these cuts came from efficiency work where Sol itself helped optimize the infrastructure serving it, a kind of self-improving efficiency loop. That let the company pass real savings straight through to API, ChatGPT work, and Codex customers. Why does this matter more than another model launch? When a frontier lab starts racing to the bottom on price, that is a signal that raw intelligence is becoming a commodity. The real competitive moat is shifting toward infrastructure efficiency and specialization, not just bigger benchmarks. This intensifies an industry-wide price war, with rivals increasingly competing on cost rather than raw capability alone. Now to story number two, Microsoft's cybersecurity specialist. Microsoft unveiled MAI Cyber One Flash, its first in-house cybersecurity AI model. Unlike a general-purpose reasoning model, this one was built specifically for vulnerability discovery. Microsoft paired it with GPT 5.4 inside a new multi-agent system called M-Dash, and the combination scored 95.95% on the CyberGem benchmark. That is more than 10 percentage points ahead of comparable setups from Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic. The specialist model handles roughly 90% of routine security tasks on its own, only escalating the hardest cases to a larger model. Microsoft says this cuts operating costs roughly in half compared to prior configurations. The broader platform, called Project Perception, entered public preview on August 3rd for approved customers on Azure AI Foundry. The takeaway here is that narrow, cheap specialist models can beat frontier generalists at well-defined tasks, and cybersecurity looks like one of the first places that bet is paying off. And finally, story number three. Gemma crosses 900 million downloads. Google's open-weight Gemma model family just crossed 900 million cumulative downloads. Gemma 4 alone, released back in April, accounts for more than 300 million of those downloads by itself. Developers have published more than 70,000 fine-tuned Gemma variants on Hugging Face, ranging from lightweight edge deployments to larger multimodal reasoning models. This milestone shows how quickly open models have moved from research curiosities into production infrastructure. It also arrives as open-weight competition intensifies from Chinese labs like Moonshot AI and ZAI, making Gemma's adoption curve a real proxy for how much of the open model market Google is capturing. That wraps up this week's three big stories. OpenAI's price war, Microsoft's cybersecurity specialist beating the frontier, and Gemma's 900 million download milestone. If you want the full write-up with all the sources, head over to the AI News feed. And if you want AI news every week with no fluff, follow at Working Devs Hero on X. Thanks for listening to the AI Hero podcast, and we will see you next week.